and thank you for joining us in this next session of the FuturePrint Virtual Summit on the Packaging Day. And I'm really pleased to have with me Aviv Rapsman, who is going to talk a little bit about transitioning packaging from analog to digital. Good afternoon, Aviv.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Aviv is really what you might call a kind of serial entrepreneur with many years' experience in printing and packaging. Primarily, he was co-founder of a company many of you may know, Hycon, and CEO of Hycon, who were market leading really in digital cutting and creasing. And previous to that, he worked for HP on their Indigo product. So good experience. And Aviv established more recently a new company called Compack. And the purpose of Compack really, which he's going to explain a little bit more about today, is to connect between brand owners and online custom packaging vendors. So for me, it's a kind of, I guess it's opening up that web to packaging experience. So over to you, Aviv, for your presentation.
Thank you very much, Fraser. Okay, so I'm going to discuss the transition in packaging from analog to digital, share with you a little bit updates about market trends, what's happened now in the area of the COVID-19 and afterwards. So a little bit about the market trend. The most important trend today is e-commerce. E-commerce is growing very rapidly along the years. People would like to get their orders very fast and to get it also nicely. So when you get a package to your doorstep, you would like that the unboxing experience will be amazing. Another thing is omni-channel. People are buying in the store, but also online. Today it's more online, but you need to make sure that the brand is unified in his brand experience, because you see packaging, you see the product in the stores, and you like to see them when you're getting them at home in the same experience. So this is also very important. And another critical and important factor is sustainability. Sustainability, brands understand the importance of sustainability, the importance of reducing waste, to manufacture what they need when they need it. The consumer today, the young generation, really, the important for them that the sustainability will be very good, that the brands will keep the environment, and so the brand must understand it and adapt a change. When we are looking on the challenges that the brand having, so one important item is time to market or speed to market. They need to react to the market very rapidly, if it's online and if it's offline. And today the time to market is long, and in packaging it can take weeks to manufacture packaging, and the quantity that you need to order is high. So this is a challenge for the brands, and especially for the small and medium brands. Another important factor is the supply chain. So supply chain today in packaging is very complicated, and if you combine it with the supply chain of the product that you need to combine between the product and the packaging, it's very difficult, and the brand would like to see a simplified supply chain for their product. Design capabilities is also another factor. It's not easy to design a package, and you need expertise, and you face challenges in the production. And if you would like to have a different type of packaging, you must work closely with your converter, with your packaging vendor, in order to create it. Shelf appeal is critical. Today you can go to the shelf and find tens or hundreds of products from your same category that will look the same. So how the consumer will choose your product? This is critical. We talk a little bit about carbon footprint that is critical today. Unboxing experience that is connected to the online shopping, and the omni-channel that we discussed a little bit. Personalization and customization are also related to the e-commerce today. It's critical to provide experience to the consumer, because if you would like that the consumer will buy from you again, you would like to get the feeling that he's the only one that is buying from you. Anti-counterfeiting fitting is also very critical for part of the segments, and cost reduction. Every brand would like to reduce its cost also. When we are talking about short run versus long run in packaging, so there are long runs, and long runs you can see in cigarettes, in cereals, different food products, but most of the packaging manufacturing is short runs actually. When you buy cosmetics, a brand, they have different products. So each product is a short run for them. So they need a different type of packaging for different products. And you can see it here in cosmetics, in pharma, of course, electronics, you can see so many products on the shelf that are different. And if you would like to really to provide a good experience to your consumer, so you need to create product for holidays and events. So most of the products are actually in the long tail, but you don't have a good solution from the converter side to manufacture short runs. So this is a challenge today. You can see here, this is, if you click on Google Trend for custom packaging, so this is this is the queries along the years. This is in the last 5 years. You see it moved from 30% to close to 90%. In 5 years, the amount of queries in Google for custom packaging. So Google can represent actually the demand from the market, and we see that the demand for custom packaging is growing rapidly. With regard to sustainability, you see that the brands are looking for a change. They are changing their behavior. They put a plans for 2025 to change their behavior in sustainability and to improve their carbon footprint. You see it from all the brands. They invest billions of dollars to improve their carbon footprint. In the right side, you can see a report from DS Smith, and DS Smith are telling us that actually 25% or more that what business ship are empty space. And this is going back to the packaging. If you will have a customized packaging that will fit the product that you're selling, you're not going to ship any more air. And this is critical today. Dual purpose packaging, it's another area that connected to sustainability. You see brands like Amazon and others are trying to make sure that you can use the packaging second time for another purpose. Here it's for toys, and you see different brands that are trying to make sure that the consumer will use the packaging and not going to throw it to the garbage. Unboxing experience, it's a critical attribute these days when we are talking about e-commerce. So a team, you can see here in the right picture, they created a box that when you open it, you have special cutouts for the holiday. So, and this is in order to make sure that when the consumer is opening the box, he will enjoy opening the box and see the products. And in the left side, you can see inserts inside the packaging that also, in order to take out the product from the insert, you must make sure that you design the insert correctly. And then you have a good experience. you can see these type of inserts and special attention for the insert in packaging in toys for kids. And Amazon is pushing it very heavily, and they are calling it frustration-free packaging. This is a very nice story from a digital converter in the US that they have digital assets, and actually they got an order in the evening, and they had to supply close to 5,000 pieces, 8 a.m. in the morning. And this is critical because this is a company, for example, that they have packaging on the shelf in one of the big retails. And if you're not supplying the right quantity just in time, they take you out from the shelf. So this is critical. So you don't see many converters that can do it so fast, but this is going to be the standard. Okay, so when we're talking about simplifying the supply chain, just to share with you the history and where we are moving forward. So in 95, Web2Print came to life, and there are a few companies like Simpress and Shutterfly. I'm sure that most of you are aware of these companies. Now you can order a photo album of one, or you can order a book of one, or business cards, small amount of business cards. It was not possible before 95. Now, you know, it's easy. Everybody understands that you can order a photo album and get it in a few days. What's happened in the last few years, and this is started in 2015, Web2Pack came to life, and you see customers, you see converters that moving online and provide you a solution to order packaging on the net. So what is including in online Web2Pack shops? So you can choose a packaging style, you can change the dimension of the box, you can add graphic, define the quantities that you want, define the turnaround, and get the price and order. So in few easy steps, actually you can order packaging and get it to your factories. So why Web2Pack? What's the values of Web2Pack? Web2Pack help the brands to reduce storage. They order what they need when they need it. Enable you to bring product fast to the market. So speed to market is critical, and Web2Pack is providing that. Sustainability for sure. If you order what you need, when you need it, so you're not wasting packaging for a product that you're not selling. Online quotes is critical for the brands to see exactly how much is going to pay for the packaging. Minimal order quantities is also critical. If you have a product and you have only 200 products, so now you can order 200 boxes. You don't need to order anymore 10,000 boxes. So there are a lot of values in Web2Pack that allow the brand owner to improve himself. What Compack bring to the market? Compack is a platform that connecting brands with online vendors that provide fast turnaround and minimal order quantity for customized packaging. So the vendors that are in Compack platform are vendors that can provide you these type of values, not companies that you need to get the quote offline. Everything is online. The design is online. The quote is online. You can see exactly when you're going to get the shipment. And another value, another service to the brands and designers, big brands that would like to find few vendors in few different places in the world, actually this is another service that Compack is providing. Services for the packaging converters, this platform actually can represent the services that the online vendors are providing. And also another important factor is that Compack can support vendors that would like to go online, how to do it correctly. Because I saw over the years vendors that tried to go online and failed. And in parallel, I saw vendors that succeed. We have the recipe how to do it correctly. And this is, you can see here in this video, this is the Compack website. You can choose the turnaround time. You choose vendors to compare. You compare the vendors. You can see the vendor's name, if they are folding carton or corrugated, what are their minimum order quantity, and their turnaround time. That the turnaround can be up to sometimes 24 hours for the delivery, and this is critical. And this is the last slide. So thank you very much for reading and listening. It was a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Aviv. That was really, really interesting. A couple of questions really for you. So people listening to this now and thinking that's quite interesting. Maybe I'm a packaging company and I want to be on that list. How do I get it? What's the commercial relationship that you have with Compack? How's that work?
Okay, so there are a few different platforms. One is free of charge, so company can upload their services to Compack and just be part of the list. And of course, that Compack will market the entire list. But if there are companies that would like to get a special attention and to be, in a different position in the web, so this is going to be with a charge, and the terms are between, of course, Compack and the vendor.
Okay, but it's something that they can just make contact with you, and then you'll look at how it works. Okay, and I guess, how do we know then that maybe brands are looking at the Compack website? How are you getting people to use it as a tool, if that makes sense?
Yeah, of course. In order to make sure that the brands will be familiar to Compack, you need to be in Google, in a place that when people are asking a question, for example, how I can find a custom packaging, where can I manufacture custom packaging, how I design a custom packaging, they will find the Compack. So there is a lot of work to make sure that Compack will be first in line in Google. And in parallel, of course, Compack working very hard in social media to attract brand owners to come to Compack and to find their vendors, because the services that Compack provide are different. So maybe it's going to help them.
Okay, that makes sense. And I guess you believe, in the same way as web to print has evolved, that this concept of web to packaging can evolve in a similar way, and that there'll be this works for certain people, doesn't work for other people, but certainly in terms of flexibility, sustainability, all the kind of benefits you were suggesting, that helps to give a reason why this is a good idea.
Yeah, exactly. For sure, it's not going to be for everybody, but I think that there are so many small, medium brands that need different type of packaging and need it fast, and they don't want to have a warehousing of a packaging. So for them, it's going to be very important, but also to the big brands, because I saw big brands that need to do campaigns, and they are doing it in different places, and they have a product that they can't sell, and it's sitting on the shelf for weeks, and they need to do something, and their reaction to a problem that they have in the retail shop is crucial.
Yeah, makes sense. I just want to ask you, we know that through the converters, the packaging converters, particularly who are using analog technology, they're quite resistant to digital as a kind of as a new concept, not only but kind of occasionally, because I guess they quite like the supply chains that work for them, you know. How do you see this kind of evolving?
Yeah, I see it. I see changes in that perception. I see it in corrugated packaging. You see a big change because e-commerce is driving this change, and they see a big opportunity. With regards to the others, I think that when you see the margins are going down, because actually big part of packaging is a commodity. So a brand can check in few different places what will be the price of packaging and choose the supplier that will give him the cheapest price. So you fight on price. And if you would like to move from fighting on price, you need to start bringing different values. And different values, for example, online, that you can provide services of packaging in few days without minimum order quantity, this is a new value. So values that if you have like the others, it's actually a value that fight on price as a commodity. And if you would like to bring a different value that you can earn money from that, the margin will be good, you need to invest.
Yeah, or try things new, try different things.
Exactly.
Yeah. So just final quick question. I mean, obviously, we're all facing quite challenging times at the moment, different countries in different stages of sort of lockdown and things like that. How does this piece of technology, how do you as a service see the evolution of this going forward? I mean, do you just sense that this is happening regardless of the COVID crisis? Do you think that all those kind of elements of e-commerce, sustainability are bigger mega trends that carry on? Is that your view?
Yeah, I think that a trend of moving to digital is here to stay, and COVID-19 actually give it a push. Mm-hmm. Because people understand that they need to change behavior, and there is a new normal. And the new normal is, for example, you are not traveling to meetings so much, and you need to sales guys need to work, for example, on the net in Zoom instead of going to the brands. And now also the buying behavior is changing, and we see it in e-commerce. So we are going to see it. We are going to see it all over, because buying behavior is going to change forever now, because of the COVID, and going to give a big drive to digital technology and digital assets.
Yeah, I think everything you said makes a lot of sense there. So just to wrap this up, is there any sort of final thought that you want to leave with the audience, really?
I think that the audience should know that the world is changing, and it's better to be part of the change in the beginning, and not to wait that the other will do it. And when everybody will do it, it will be a commodity. So if you would like to really be different, so put in your strategy to change and to adapt to the new normal.
Yeah, very good. And as I said right at the beginning, Aviv is a serial entrepreneur, so you can definitely sense that from that final comment, which is clearly advising us, like any good entrepreneur, to try things, to try new things, to innovate, to explore. And thank you really to you, Aviv, for giving us a really good insight into the Compack product.